Hi everyone, Chuckle Norris here with Ambivalent Gaming, and we are playing Phasmophobia today. Our video is going to be about doing a good drop-off and setting up for the ghost room. So this is geared more towards the new players rather than some of the pros out there. Maybe even for some of you returning players, especially after some of the content that they've released recently. So let's go ahead and jump in. Here we are, we're in our lobby. Let's go ahead and pick Ridge. Ridge is going to be a good example for this. We'll leave it on amateur for right now, just so that way it gives us a little bit more time to kind of play around with things as we do this. So let's go ahead and select in. I'm going to go ahead and throw everything in just as a good example. I'll ready up, and I'll see you guys inside. Alright, here we go. Let's grab the key, open the door. So, when you're an amateur or an intermediate, you have a timer. During that timer, the ghost can't hunt you. So, amateur mode gives you 5 minutes before the ghost starts working with your sanity. Intermediate gives you 2.5 minutes before it starts working on your sanity. As in, when your sanity drops below a certain point and what the ghost is allowed to do during that time. Pro and Nightmare don't get that luxury. You start off with a 0 timer. But to help with your timer stay as maximum as it can, we do what we call a drop-off. So the drop-off is I grab items. So let's just say I grab all the dots and a book. Okay. I'm going to come out here, and as you can see, things like Ridge and some of the other larger maps have a long walkway. So we just want to get up here to the front door, do a drop-off, just like this. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the drop-off, and we're going to catch back up with each other when I'm done. Okay, see you then. Alright, here we go. Drop off done. I got my regular equipment. Here we go. We have cameras with tripods. We have some of the sensors. We have crucifixes. We have an extra photo camera, the spirit box, the book EMF. We even have a thermo. We have glow sticks, dots, salt, even the candles and the UV lights. They're all up here. So that way, if I need any equipment, I can quickly rush back out here, grab it without having to run to the van and waste any more of that timer. Again, the timer you get in amateur and intermediate helps protect you against the hunts. If you're someone who's worried about that, you got to utilize your time wisely, and this is how you do it right here. Okay? Since it also gets dark in these places, you want to use things like your candles to light up the area so you can actually see your equipment. See? Not too bad. All right? The other thing you could do, especially if it's raining outside, is use a flashlight instead. But, as I digress, I'm going to move inside, find the ghost room, and then I'm going to show you how to do a full setup. That way, again, you're maximizing your time and being as efficient as you can, at least to start off as a new player, to find the ghost. See you inside. Okay, I found the ghost room, and we're going to head back inside, and I'm going to kind of show you a typical breakdown, again, to maximize all your equipment into the room and or to the location at once. Alright, so let's go upstairs. I have my typical setup, which is my video cam, my flashlight, and my photo camera. Alright. Found the lucky ghost right over here, right inside this room, okay? So, what I typically do is I drop all 3 of my items, run downstairs blind, pick up as much stuff as I can, bring it all back up. For the sake of this video, because this is the big chunk of the piece right here, I'm just going to go ahead and leave my flashlight on. I'm going to go ahead and prop my video camera right here, just so that way it gives me one extra one in the room. Drop my photo camera, and let's begin the setup. Again, this is to help maximize that timer you have. That way, the ghost doesn't try to hunt you. First things first, though, grab crucifixes. If you're in a group, maybe you can spread this option to another person, or maybe you could be the crucifix person. What I'm going to do is, because the crucifix has a good 3-meter range, I'm going to go ahead and drop one inside the room where I've caught him. Right, so he's in here somewhere. That's going to help kind of protect me as I set up, just in case he wants to hunt. Alright, then I'm going to set the other one at an entrance like this, so that way he can't come up behind me during a hunt and pin me into a corner. Alright, next thing I want to do is grab a dots and a camera. Keep in mind, dots make it a little more difficult to find fingerprints, so if you like to look for fingerprints, deactivate your dots and just throw them back on the ground. But we're going to do a nice good spread here with the cameras. We already got one over there. So what I'm probably going to do is drop this one here, dot the room. Now, we had a little activity out in the hallway, and sometimes these guys like to roam. So we're going to also dot and camera the hallway, which is why I brought 2 tripods up. Another dots. Excuse me. So, it's a little foggy, so I'm going to come a little bit closer with the camera. Boom. And boom. That gives me dots in the room, bathroom, and the hallway. Coffin fit. Alright, here we go. Let's grab the book. And let's grab the EMF. The book and EMF are good because if you haven't discovered him on EMF yet, when he goes to right, you can get a decent reading on your EMF on what he is. Ooh, might be right here in the hallway. So what we're going to do is we'll set up on the bed here, and then turn the EMF on, drop it next to the book. When he goes to sign the book, maybe we also get an EMF reading. So again, we're just going to do a quick setup. I'm going to show you guys how to do it if you're a beginner and you're having trouble deciding on what it is. Okay, so thermo will take up, but I'm not going to use it. We'll do a video on that later. Let's go ahead and drop that there. Turn the spirit box on. Drop that by the book as well. Excuse me. Spirit box will activate without you talking into it. Takes it a while, but it'll do it. Alright, so we got some sensors and a camera, not sensor cameras. So what we would like to do then is let's grab some sensors. If you have one in your objectives, which is to, oh, EMF already caught him. Where you have a motion sensor, good thing to find out is where he's been interacting with, like a door, an item on the desk, or wherever an EMF goes off, and then set it up. So, oh, he's right here by the door, so you know what we'll do? We'll set this right here. Sound sensor, we already know where he's at, so if you're having difficulty with him, we'll make a video on that later. But what I want to do is, just in case he roams, I want to set up the sound sensor in this hallway. Alright, let's bring up a glow stick in my UV. Not going to break the stick yet, but I know he's going in and out of here. See what kind of reading that is. We got a 5-banger, no writing though. Looks like we got fingerprints. Alrighty. But that's why you want to kind of bring everything up. You may or may not get it all at once. Alright? Alright, we got a flashlight. Everything else is set up. Now, sometimes the ghosts aren't this easy. They don't just give you the evidence right away. You might get one and you have to fight for the rest. So then we'll grab another glow stick and a salt. And then we'll just have these close by for when we need to use them. Okay. Now, if you go to do your footsteps, we'll do a video on that as well. You want to pull up your dots. But that right there is a good way. Oh, where was she? There's a good way to set up for her. Well, she might have been out here. So, there you go. I have all the equipment that is necessary for me to figure the ghost out up here. The other optional things you might want to bring up to the porch would be smudge sticks and a lighter. And or some sanity pills again, so you don't have to keep walking all the way out there. Sanity pills not necessary because you're already going to be using them to bring your sanity back up. The smudge sticks would help because if you keep getting hunted a lot, you can use the smudge sticks to kind of tamper them down. Other than that, I think that's all we have to really kind of show you, and that's a good quick way to set up for a ghost room when you're at the beginning stages or when you're very new. I hope you liked the video. If you do, hit the follow and subscribe buttons, and definitely give us a thumbs up if you do, and we hope to see you out there. Take it easy.